broadcasting live out of a basement in Appleton, Wisconsin. You're tuned into Fox City's Core on WCZR Code Zero Radio. We're the show that gives you an opportunity to call in and be a part of the show. Our call-in line is 920-358-0795. Core.
Today's guests are no strangers to the show or to the Fox Valley music scene. From Oshkosh, Wisconsin, Traveling Suitcase has spent over a decade creating a fuse of blues and rock, maybe a little bit of psychedelic sounds in there. They have a new album coming out called Moonlit Nights. It's being released on October 28th. I'm really excited to introduce and welcome back to the show, Nick, Justin, and I'm excited to introduce the momager, momager,
oh my gosh,
Jess.
Okay. I thought we discussed we weren't even going to say that word. The band mom.
Yeah, I forget sometimes. This is Nick, your third time on.
Yeah.
And this release has been a long time in the making, hasn't it?
It has been. Yes, it has been. It has been a long time in the making. Really excited that it's finally done, and excited to perform on Tuesday and kind of play the EP as it is. I'm sure we'll start that way and then get into some other jams and some collaborative stuff with the other local natives, Horace Green, and then we've got an opening artist from Milwaukee coming who is she's playing solo piano but has a full band, and she's a Dorner. So, but excited for the EP to come out. It has been a really long time. It was fun to make. A conglomerate. The band has like shifted so much even from when we started making the EP, which is always, I think that's like the Traveling Suitcase thing. It's just kind of like a revolving door inside of the emporium, inside of the idea of the suitcase, right? Like I feel like it's never ending. So it's interesting that it took this long to make because the band itself has already like evolved, you know, like a Pokemon, right? We're just like, we are way evolved.
We talked a little bit during Mile of Music Time, and you mentioned that this lineup of the band feels really good.
Yeah. I would say this, I feel like every time you create something, right, or like go to, I mean, whether you're like a welder, a painter, a sculptor, like any sort of creative vision, right? Every time you do something, you would want to go back and like if you got the second chance to do it again, how would you display that? So the fact that we've gotten to kind of recreate and evolve this every single time is awesome, but I do feel like this specific time is a very, 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 very proud moment. I like everywhere and everything that it is and would love to keep it healthy and keep it functioning, and I think that's a big reason why we brought Jess on, especially because she's got such a broad experience with navigating bands through a lot of different things, because there is a lot of band dynamics. It's not just like, it isn't just booking shows. Mm-hmm. It's not doing that. There's a lot of things that go into it, and a lot of vulnerability and a lot of, I don't know, time for everybody, right? And we all of us in this room have like, family and jobs still on top of the passionate things that we do. So it is amazing that we get to do it. But again, I'm like, please, everyone stay where they are. Let's just be together,
Nick, I'm really glad that you brought up Jess, being a part of the team too, because when you're moving your band to the next level, you do need to have a wider team than just the actual players themselves.
Oh yeah, we have no idea what we're doing. I mean, we do. All of us collectively have really good assets. I can't say like, oh, we don't know. And that's why the team is really good right now, because all of us have this different. We all want to be there, very much so. Like there's a lot of love, a lot of humility. Every time we're on the road lately, it's just like so ridiculous. And it's never been like that before. It's never been. We're like early. Things get done, except for today we're not early. And that's, I own that. That's me. Accountability.
Well, Jess got here super early, and I'll ask you, Jess, like what was your first memory of hearing the Traveling Suitcase, and how does it feel to actually be a part of the team?
Well, first time I got to see them was at the Short Branch in Neenah.
Whoa, those were good shows. Those were good shows.
And met some of your original fans there too, Jenny and Annie.
Yep.
And that was our first time meeting them.
Whoa. You met them at a Traveling Suitcase show?
Yeah.
Wow.
So being a part of the team is just absolutely awesome. I mean, truthfully, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to be,
Don't tell them that.
just try to, represent well and stick up for them, and also treat the people I'm booking with as normal people, and treat them how I want to be treated when I'm doing bookings too.
So besides bookings, what else are you doing for the band?
Just trying to keep things organized.
trying to keep me organized.
So you're like a tour manager as well. A tour manager, pretty much just taking care of stuff that the band then can focus more on playing music.
Playing music, writing, recording, just trying to be that positive impact behind the scenes for them.
And then listen to me text about how much I hate the Google Calendar and how much I'm disassociating from the Google Calendar, but I need to do it. I'm getting better. That's like that's my mantra, Google Calendar.
I kind of like Google Calendar, Nick.
I do too.
Me too.
In fact, I love it. I love Google Calendar.
Nick's color coding is on point.
Good. I'm glad it is. Everything is so. It's probably why it's so daunting, because I'm like, the OCD and the color coding and everything,
Details. Keeping the details straight. That's what a manager does.
I mean, this is wild. I love it.
So Justin, you joined the band officially, was it earlier this year?
No, it was
Slow segue,
it was like August, September last year.
Yep.
It was around a little over a year ago.
So you've been a part of this upcoming album from the beginning.
I haven't played a single note on it.
No. Literally, we've been sitting on this record for a long time.
So this is interesting to me. So all the songs, were they finished?
They were pre-recorded at some of the stuff we did in Spring Green at Bricks. Patrick, who is a wonderful host, he had us at his barn and had us. He was also one of the members of the board that got us that residency when we played the Shitty Barn and stayed out there for a while. So a lot of that stuff's like that. That was a while ago. So we brought him on right as we finished demoing most of that stuff and doing all of that. And it's good. I think it's interesting in my life. There's so much happening simultaneously, much like everyone's lives, because we're all just little universes. But this specific release actually just feels like a release, not like you know what I mean? Not like, oh, we're doing this. This is going to take us. It literally just feels like this group of songs, what we did. This is a great. It should have been bigger. It wasn't. I mean, I'll own half of that because of band conflicts and things that needed to shift. But it's not, and it's still good. But the release comes from being like, dude, we just got to let it go and keep moving forward. But it is very much a specific release for me, which is very, and now we're like, this is why we're psychedelic.
So what made the decision to release it October 28th when it was done for, quite some time?
I think, I don't know, when you pick dates, you look at what's going on. I also work with Tony, and it was just kind of random where I was like, why not this Tuesday? Or, you know what I mean? Like, it was just really just me and Yoni talking and just making what do we have? Because what does Horace Green have open? What does Traveling Suitcase have open? And, where are we throwing the ball? Right? And that's kind of just where it landed. And I like that it's, a little bit of a spooky vibe. We're working with Mr. DJ BJ, which is Brandon Johnson. I like to call him that, also known as a Spirit Walker. But we're working with working with him, and he's got like a cool light setup that we're doing and some really fun stuff. I don't know. Some people have been asking me if we're wearing costumes. I don't know. I don't think
We're not.
Shit.
No.
I don't really know. I mean, I guess come as yourself, and if you want to dress up, do whatever you want to do, man. But like, it's not like a specific Halloween show. I mean, there'll be some spooky, witchy vibes, but that's kind of like always the vibe with us. Kind of hippie, trippy.
So, Justin, when you heard these songs, obviously you've been playing them now for over a year, probably?
Some of them, yeah. A couple of them were, I think the first time we played Existence and Free Beer was at Mile.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was like the first time hearing them even was maybe like a month before, give
And
or
then we
take.
played in your garage, right?
Yeah.
First and foremost.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
practiced through those. I think it was like the day of our show at
Yeah.
Jones. Practiced in my garage because we were like, all right, well, where can we practice? And
Dude.
I live just like pretty much right downtown, right on Richmond Street. And I'm like, well, I mean, we could practice in my garage, be,
Yeah.
real garage band type of thing. So
It was awesome.
it was fun.
It was like 90 degrees in that garage.
Oh yeah, it was
Mile,
hot.
Mile music is peaking.
I didn't say it was a nice garage.
Oh, it was awesome. It was
just-
awesome.
It was hot.
It was great.
So, did Brandon play the bass on the album then?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, when it's cool because Brandon traditionally was the bass player, but he's kind of moved to keys partially. But I think there's some songs where you guys are both playing bass, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some songs. that we were doing the Spinal Tap thing.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see that a whole lot where you've got double bass players.
No, yeah, and it was interesting because it was when doing that, it was really nice to find, because Brandon is he's a very intricate bass player, and he came up with all the bass tracks, and so kind of having to learn those, and I learning there, like trying to pick them up as quickly as I could. It's like, okay, yeah, there's like some of those little like intricacies that I'm not going to be able to play at the same time, because some of them are it's not the same every time. Some of it's very improvised, so it's like kind of figuring out, okay, like what am I going to play that's going to support that, and so that it's not sounding clashy. Because especially when you have two different instruments playing on that low end, different, you might be playing different things. It sounds, it can sound very like whoa, and sound clashy and very dissonant if you're not playing in harmony. So that was definitely a very fun
Interesting
experience.
challenge.
Yeah, but I was up for the challenge and it went well.
And did Brandon have any feedback on how you're playing some of the stuff?
Yeah, I mean, like there's some of the songs that he would like. We would kind of, I'd pick his brain and be like, hey, like what are you playing here? Like I was trying to like listen to it on the recording and I couldn't quite figure it out, or like, but then it was like seeing when we'd be in practice together, like seeing him, like seeing what he was playing, I was like, oh, okay, got it. Yeah, and then just pick up on that, and but yeah, no, I mean he was really great about like feedback of like things.
Of course,
he was awesome with the transition, and helped Justin kind of fill the position and do the thing. So.
Well, and Justin, you were playing in Sherry Lane, and then that band went on a hiatus.
Yeah.
This opportunity all of a sudden, but I mean that was right place, right time, right?
Yeah, I mean it was. Yeah, so Sherry Lane went on a hiatus earlier this. I think it was July, or I think it was like July was her last show, and and Tyler had called me months prior, like much earlier in the year, and we kind of had a discussion, and and I could just kind of see the writing on the wall for a while, just because momentum we had just put out an album, and momentum had kind of slowed down, which is not really what you want after putting out an album. But I it was totally understandable, and I fully support it. Just because he's we're all busy, we've all got jobs, and he's got a wife and a daughter, and so it's like, dude, I get it. The band is not going to be on your top priority list, or like it's not going to be at the top of that list anymore. So, fortunately, I was like, Suitcase has been keeping me plenty busy, and it's been a great fit. So,
we love having you.
Thanks.
And then when you watch a Traveling Suitcase show, the energy is definitely there. Especially this lineup, you've got Todd, who just not only is Todd a great guy, but he brings a lot to the band as far as energy, and him and Nate interact really well. The whole band interacts well together, and you can tell that you all really like each other.
Well, it's so awesome, too, to have Kat and Mike on board because we've now known them for, I think we are going on, like, honestly, close to 15 years of knowing them.
And, of course, for people I don't know, they're in Sit Kitty Sit, they are Sit Kitty Sit.
Yep. They're in it. They're in it, with all the other members. Yes, all 17 of members of Sit Kitty Sit. But because they have such a good dynamic and communication, we've been going every other week, every other Monday up to their jam space, and it's really nice because they've got it so curated. But I really like the way that they talk, and then Kat and Nate have like a really good way of kind of communicating what's going on, where and how that's going. So it's weird, it's gonna be like all of this has been really weird. Also the last month or two without Brandon has been really weird. But it's also like, again, like a release, right? I think everybody should be where they want to be and what they want to be doing, and I feel like everybody that's been in this project, I'm always just so jazzed that they were part of it, and that, like, come back, do what you need, or, like, it's always just been this revolvement, right? And just very grateful for everyone. Like, I feel like I've gotten to have, like, almost some of the best musicians in this area kind of touch what we're doing here, which I don't even know why, because I'm just this weirdo that really likes to write rock music. So, and that's, I think, the biggest thing after this release. We've got some really cool shows coming up, and then we're going to do some really cool video content stuff with the EP itself by doing some live videos and working with some local videographers and some more recording artists and stuff, doing just like live shoots, because I want to do every single song like a month, basically, that's on the EP while we do a winter interim. But during that interim, we're going to write an album, like, together. So it's like, it's so good. So, very excited.
That is exciting to hear that.
Yeah.
Is Mike and Kat, are they going to be full-time members of the band? Are they full-time members?
They don't know it, but I would really like them to be.
Obviously, Mike, like, phenomenal drummer.
Yeah.
You're a phenomenal drummer.
We had this really awesome, Kat had this amazing 50th birthday party, and we all kind of like hung out at it, and me and Mike are, and that's like very obvious when we're on tour or we're doing anything, it's like we're drummers. We're off gallivanting doing drummer stuff. We're just kind of naughty, kind of for lots of energy.
100%.
Like where did they go? And we're like, and we make friends with everybody, and somehow, like, dude, it's wild. And Mike's vivacious too, but we were talking at the party, and it was kind of like, I've had drummers tell me before that we were like Dave Grohl and Taylor Hawkins, but this is it. This is Mike's my Taylor Hawkins.
So if Mike was unable to tour or play a show, then who would you get the drum? Because you seem to fit really well in the front person.
I'm all like, ah! I really enjoy, I like Mike Malone in the area. He's really awesome, and I know he's always itching for rock music outside of the parameter of what he does, and he's great at every genre. I also really love Ryan Thomas. There's a few, but Ryan Thomas is literally an octopus, and in like 12 projects simultaneously. He's probably playing a gig right now.
It's a Kat. I mean, she does Sit Kitty Sit, and she's doing the Suitcase. Is she in any other projects?
They have a band. Mike and her have a band that they're coming up with. I think Colin is in it. It's called what? Local Trash.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like a cool cover band that they're doing, and then Kat does like a lot of lessons and does a lot of songwriting workshops, I think, with people, and I have no idea how Kat and Mike actually do half of the stuff that they do. I don't know. They've got to have like other versions of themselves simultaneously doing
some bad wizardry going on.
There is, yeah. Mike's the bad wizard. That's his name.
Nick, you mentioned Porous Green.
Yeah.
And of course, the bands are very close. You share Todd.
We share Todd. Oh yeah, we like. I don't even know if we're like maybe me and Tony are just Todd's other band. to each other. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a weird, like, I'm like, man, Yoni, what are we? We're just Todd's other band, huh? You know, like, it's very...
We're both the other band.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, we're both the other band, homie. Like, that's it. That's good.
It
and
must
Todd's great.
It's got to make it convenient for Horace Green and Traveling Suitcase to team up on a lot of different things, because then Todd doesn't have to book around it.
I really want to go on like a longer run with those guys when we go, because I want to do Nashville again this year, and it was really fun last year, and spunky for Charlieville and doing all that. I wish more Fox Valley people would actually come down and do the whole thing, because it's really, really neat, and Nashville is just a fun little beast, and but it'd be fun to do, I don't know, should talk to Dave and just do like an actual like Charlieville tour or something, you know what I mean? Like do more in more communities and stuff on the way down. But I'd like to do a tour with the boys, you know, because it's just ridiculous.
So would that be something that Jess would have to set up?
Yeah, can we do that?
All right,
Hey,
all right.
Jess,
Grab the phone out. Let's do it right now.
Let's do it. Actually, it would be cool to go out to like college. I'm like, wow, we could go to college. We could go anywhere with our friends and fans.
Power of friendship, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we do have that spaceship, you know.
Oh yeah, let's talk. So you guys did. You're talking about videos. You guys did a fun promo video where it focused kind of on Jess, not primarily, but I mean, I don't want to give away the ending, but it was kind of an introduction of Jess.
Yeah.
Yep. I want to do more of that too, because obviously the project has changed so much. I think too, like everything's snowballing into like having this release and just getting it. Just releasing it is like going forward, making more promos now that everything is where it needs to be, right? All is settled. Everyone wrote in blood that they will stay.
Now, Jess has got a lot of irons in the fire as well. We were talking about the other band members, but Jess, you book Fox River House. You're involved with Mile of Music. Mm-hmm. What are some of the challenges that you face as a booker?
As a booker. All right. Well, we all know Fox River House is an outdoor venue, and it is just outside the downtown district. So we have to be cautious and respectful of the neighbors and making sure that we end exactly at 10 o'clock. If anybody's got my advance, they know 10 o'clock end. I know, real rock and roll having to end at 10, but, you know, neighborhood, we want to keep people happy.
It's my kind of rock.
We also all can go to bed at a decent hour as we're getting older.
Sounds great to me.
Yeah, I know. And then also making sure, you know, working in a budget too, because again, free shows, you're not getting a revenue at the door. So needing to balance noise and also travel schedules for people, and then also the budget. And we've been able to have a lot of amazing bands at Fox River House over the years. I took over from Ian, booking Fox River House, and it's been fun. It's been a fun challenge. And the owners there are absolutely wonderful to work with, and they kind of let me have free reign. We also have to wait for the noise variance to get approved by the city, and that doesn't happen until January. So that's something that we do have to apply for, and then there is a fee associated with that too. So
I don't know. I think that big fence really cancels out a lot of noise.
Well, they also build like a roof over the stage.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that it doesn't feel like a summer unless we have a show there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you kicked it off this season too.
I really
so
love it. I think Fox River House is probably favorite. Yeah. So Stone Arch and Fox River House. Those are my two favorites in Appleton. That's it.
Justin, you concur?
I have not had the pleasure of playing Stone Arch yet, so this will be my maiden voyage on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But no, I
could see Nick's mind get blown.
All day. I love being mind blown. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of sharing or having many of my first experiences in music be with Suitcase, which has been fun. Like, this was my first time playing Mile, which was a huge treat, especially being like, all right, cool. First time playing Mile. All right, here's Jones Park. And
Holy shit!
I was like,
Sorry,
all right,
me.
It's a big first. It was show at Mile.
Yeah, like people. When I was telling some friends about it, like I think I was telling like Sam and Tony about it. They're like, that's that's the show, dude. And I was like, I'm not gonna think about it like that because I don't want to psych myself out.
Bro, we played the show. Though.
It was
a
we played the
sick
crap
show.
out of that show.
I was like,
yeah.
that was a sick show.
But
oh man,
you know, and even I was like I remember telling my partner Rachel, like
Rachel!
before the show, like, you know, obviously like there was tons of people out there, and she was like, "Are you nervous?" And I was like, trying not to. I was like, the however many couple thousand people out there, like that's not my concern right now. I'm like, I'm not gonna pretend like, or I'm not gonna act like I'm aware that they're there, because I don't know, I'm just gonna go up there and have fun. And it was probably my favorite show I've ever played. So
yeah, me too, bro.
Yeah, you guys killed it. That energy level was wild.
It was insane.
Yeah.
Some great pictures from there as well. There's one of Nick jumping, you know, or just lots of.
Yeah, Sid took great photos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's great at photos.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been so blessed with like so many creatives, so many amazing photographers, so many amazing people that we meet. Honestly, every single show that we play. I think because that show at Jones Park was like such a field goal. It was just perfect. You know, it was like it felt like a high school, like, you won the game in the last kick, or like, you know, like it
That's
was
called a Hail Mary, right?
Yeah,
That's like
we had a
most of
it was
football
a
I
Hail
know.
Mary, and so I feel like every gig since then, we've just, no matter where it is, you know, like we just play it like that, right? Like it is a Hail Mary every single time, and it's just, I don't know, I feel like every single time we play it's an evolution. We had so much fun, and we just played at Zora Darling on First Ave in Minneapolis, and it was super sick. And that venue sounded so good, and it was just so fun. But that was just such a different environment, and whereas like all of a sudden, like just the vibe. All of a sudden, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna shake a little bit more tail tonight. And then like I did this thing where I just got down in front of Mike and just kind of danced a little goofy, and he was like, actually, this is awesome. And then everyone went kind of nuts for it. And then the next night we played Brewskis with Smoke Free Home and the Dead Buddhas. I love the Dead Buddhas, they're really good, and Smoke Free Home is really good. But the Dead Buddhas remind me of some like early Me Without You. It's some emo
sludgy goodness.
Yeah, it's good.
So at Fox Cities Live, Eric Herb sent me this picture. Can you explain this one, Nick?
That's the bussy. That's Bucky's. So so that was part of the Nashville tour. When we were leaving Nashville very late, which we didn't want to leave late because we had to play at a festival. A headline, or it wasn't a headline festival, but it was like we were like main stage at a festival in
West Bend.
West Bend, yeah.
And Homegrown Music Festival. Yeah, Steve, awesome. But like we were on our way there, but we stopped at Bussies. Stopped at Bussies around I don't know what, like 1 a.m. or close to.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was between.
And it was a lot. I might have been under the influence of some things, and I fell in love with the old lady at the pulled pork barbecue stand. Todd was like, "You need some warmth," because I was cold. And it had just rained. It was like a torrential rain right as we were leaving the festival. And I was soaked, and Todd's like, he was kind of babysitting me. And he was like, I will buy you something, but you gotta wear this. I was like, okay. So I put it on, and I danced in and out of bussies. And it was wild.
That's a great story. You guys have a new album coming out October 28th called Moonlit Nights. And the album, you've released 3 songs so far. Mm-hmm. With the first one, Dragon Wolf, you had a video, which was a kind of a kickoff. It was a great video.
We're going to make another video with Aaron for the latest release, Free Beer. So that's in
Aaron plays bass in one of Todd's other bands, North Wind and the Sun.
We're all intermittently connected. like a musical centipede.
Sometimes I feel like it's following like subway maps in New York.
Oh,
Everybody's kind of
100%.
got like
Yeah.
lines connecting.
Oh yeah, the blue line connects to the green line, but they don't intersect with the gray.
7 degrees of Todd.
7 degrees of Todd.
So Aaron,
Oh yeah, you take the Todd train like anywhere. It goes everywhere in the city.
Aaron does a lot of great video stuff, a lot of photography
Yeah.
stuff. So he's going to do a new video for Dragon Wolf or a different
Free
song?
Beer.
Free Beer. That's what he said. You said Free Beer.
because he did Dragon Wolf initially, and I really liked what he did. I had some kind of ideas. The last few months, honestly, have been kind of nuts with just changes. Honestly, going through changes.
Was Free Beer the song that you name dropped Johnny Cash in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like one day picked up the acoustic guitar. Like I think I was in between going to like work, honestly, and I just picked up my acoustic guitar and just kind of had that dan 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 dan, which is a great what's that possum.
Possum King?
Possum. Yeah, it was kind of like a rip off of that essentially, because I really like that 90s. I love 90s, bro. Like that's it. I love 90s alternative. So I was like, oh shit, I really enjoy this, and I just wanted to kind of emulate that, and then I just was like, I feel like Johnny Cash with a cake. I love that photo of Johnny. I think I don't know, I was just kind of thinking about that photo, and I am a big sweet tooth, and I don't know, it felt like a weird thing to say too. Like sometimes, like how do you grab someone right away to be like, what did they just say? You know, like what? So I don't know.
Is that pretty typical of your songwriting?
I don't know.
Getting hit by inspiration just out of the blue?
It's so random, you know? And I haven't been flowing for a little bit, but some things are really inspiring me right now, and, you know, good, bad, sad, beautiful, you know, all of it, right? There's a lot of momentum happening in my personal life, which I'm really excited to write about. But that's, again, right? The muse kind of only hits when it's random. Unfortunately, the muse hits when you're hurting a lot more, too, so you guys stick around, we'll make a lot of art. But I don't know, it's weird, because again, Free Beer, it rounds into that. It's almost like that song is very self-preserving, right? Like, I'm kind of naughty, I'm probably gonna eat a little too much cake like Johnny Cash, and but I'm not just gonna give, you know, like my energy and who I am, you know what I mean, that belongs to very specific people, because that's sacred, right? And that's kind of what that means. Like, I'm too high above some frequencies, especially right now in the world that we live in. You know, I don't want to be in that haze and that mind control, you know? It's so stepping above it, you know, and not giving away my energy to not permit, you know, anything getting inside of what we're doing and how sacred it is, right? And again, the line is just, I think that, you know, there is a lot of resistance to my existence in this world, and I think that a lot of people like to watch the downfall. I think a lot of people watch this band, a lot of people watch me through a mirror, through a veil, right? We become obsessed with things that we don't know whether it's good or bad. But I definitely am gonna just kind of throw. I don't give an F, and we'll kind of throw it right back at you. So it's and that's again will lead into Dragon Wolf, right? This EP is literally just me being like, this is who I am. This is who I am as a human being in this world, as 2025, and how it affects me, how it traps me, but how it frees me. Yet it's imprisonment, right? So it's weird. It's weird to be like, yeah, I can't leave the country. Yeah, I can't do these certain things because of who I am. And, you know, the enduring being different is only a thing that you can endure if you're different. And the universe doesn't give you what you can't handle. But that, in a nutshell, Andy, that's what Free Beer is about.
Tyler Tolman, I've just got to read his comment. He said, stoked for the new album. Justin is a cutie patootie. His
Thanks,
words,
Tyler.
not mine.
Love you.
Tyler's words, not mine.
What are you doing later? Let's go disc golfing.
Oh, yeah. Did you get a disc from Three Sheeps?
No, I really wanted to, but I got to be more financially responsible, and just I'm very glad that there's someone else in the band that is you're probably more ADHD than I am, but I'm still ADHD, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna like buy that because it looks cool, right? I just rationalize with myself like, oh yeah, I need to buy that new disc because that's gonna totally change my game, and it's like, no, it's not. Like, new disc isn't gonna change that.
So you're in a frisbee disc as a hobby?
Yes.
Disc golf.
Yeah.
Band ever go on a frisbee disc outing?
We have not all together, but
Not
I've
yet.
randomly gone. You go with Horace, and I go with Todd.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense because Todd's in both bands.
Yeah. I usually go with Sam from Horace Green.
What's better than this? Guys being dudes.
Nothing. But yeah. Definitely haven't been able to get out as much this year as I've wanted to, but I also do love some winter disc golf, so I still got that ahead of us.
Wait. What is that?
Oh yeah.
I'm going.
I'm going. It's disking in the winter.
I'm doing that.
It's cold and there's snow on the
No,
ground.
that's amazing.
Probably
I'm still
easy
going.
to lose your disc, though, isn't it?
No, if they're
yeah, 'cause
colorful.
you can
If it's yeah, I mean, if it's like fresh snow and it's like really like powdery stuff,
dips in.
that can just dive right in. So I usually, if it's like just snowed, I will give it a couple days, let some other people kind of just get their boot tracks through their, kind of pack it down a little bit. Also, I don't like to go disking if it's like, I'd say under like 20 degrees is kind of my cutoff, because there's been times where it's like I've gone disc. I remember there was one time where like I went disking and it was like 4 or 5 degrees out, and it was like wind chill was like -10, and I was like, this isn't fun. Like I hate this. Why am I?
That's
Why
not
were
even-
you
that's not
outside
even
like
safe,
that?
bro?
Yeah. I mean,
He
you
loves
bundle up
disking.
and you got hand warmers in your pocket. It's fine.
You do short walks with your dog in that weather. Why are you playing outside?
It's the winter blues. You got to beat them somehow.
This is why they need a band mom.
So the 3 tracks you released so far are pretty short compared to some of the other Traveling Suitcase songs of the past. All are within around the 2 to 3 minute range.
Yep.
Is that pretty consistent for the tracks that haven't been released?
There's gonna be we put Off the Ground is on it, so that'll be. I mean, it's Off the Ground is pretty much new, right? Like, let's just consider it a new song because we've re-blossomed this evolution. So I'm really excited to get it out there, because when we released Off the Ground in 2013, that was, you know what I mean? Like, half of the streaming didn't exist.
Right.
We just had it on vinyl and like a CD and like a download card. And I love that everyone listens to the old stuff. But man, am I not attached to it? And please stop bringing it up. So it's like if you if you I don't know. We're not gonna get into that side of it. Anyways, just stop bringing it up. Thanks. Love you.
Can I say you've got a new hoodie sweatshirt for
Yeah.
Off the Ground?
So that's why I'm like, let's get down with Off the Ground, because, no pun intended. Yeah. I just want it. I want to start just this is the last of old songs that are going to be re-released. This is it. We're not doing any. Well, I suppose we're gonna do Frog and all that kind of fuck. Sorry for the F-bomb. Those songs feel different though. It feels new. Like
They're different.
They're so different.
They're
they do not feel.
reimagined.
Yeah, I was like, they do not even feel like the same songs by any means. Like
No.
everything feels so different. Again, that's like that miracle. Like literally, this is a miracle, Andy. This is a miracle. To get to redo half this stuff, but oh man, this ADD is really kicking my butt today. Every day I wake up and I'm like, I'm not gonna have it.
And then it happens.
Oh, I have it. Yeah.
You're like, oh dang it, I did it again.
So Off the Ground is a classic Traveling Suitcase song.
Should we get this hoodie in the zone?
Yeah.
Should I
Yeah,
turn
let's-
around? Can we do it?
There it is.
Oh yeah.
So where can people pick up one of those hoodies?
So right now it's just going to be the release, and whatever we have left, we'll do what we do after the release. And if we sell them out, we'll be able to print more. And we did that in Oshkosh with John Pata at Shirts and Destroy, which is super cool. I like working with local companies. I'm super stoked about the hoodie. I've never had merchandise that I wanted to wear. And I think that was the biggest thing, and we've been working as a group, right? Like, this shirt was a collective idea. all of us put our ideas into it, what we thought we wanted, what, color schemes, everything was good. My friend Shane, who's done a lot of art for us in the past for a lot of different releases, did the UFO and the art for that stuff. And it's just, I don't know, we went with kind of like an old school skate hoodie, but that's like, that's on point. We're disc golfers, we're skaters, what's Todd? He's like a collector. Todd's an avid collector. He's like,
Todd's just Todd.
Yeah, he's like, check out this crucifix that I uncovered from a long dig in Barbados. And you're like, whoa, what? Okay.
That's a pretty good Todd impersonation.
Yeah, I hang out with Todd a lot. A lot.
I just love hearing, like, just thinking of things, and I'm like, how would Todd react to this? Like if I showed this to Todd, like, how would he react? And it's usually like, oh wow, that's really cool. Like,
Justin and Todd have a bromance going on. Hang on, I don't even know if we can get this on camera.
Like, don't get me wrong.
I have them covered.
Oh yes.
So I'm a very active sleeper apparently, and yeah, so it's like usually like in hotels. Like, usually we'll just like bunk up or like
I don't know if there's a camera I can get this on.
Right in front of you, Nick.
Which one? Can I go to one of these?
This one.
Apparently in our last
Todd's happy about it. This one? They have a bromance.
Look at that.
I told you the times are getting deep.
It was cold in that hotel room, and I just wanted to make sure that Todd was nice and warm.
Absolutely. He gets cold.
No, like even like, but like, no, with Todd, I always know that whenever I'm with Todd, I'm gonna have a good laugh, and like that to me is like, obviously I love playing music with the band, and that's fun, but that's obviously that's only a portion of the whole picture. But no, honestly, like my favorite part about just traveling with the band and or playing with them is just like being able to just like riff with Todd. Just like
that's all,
just like us just exchanging bits, because like he and I have like a very similar humor where it's like it can be very subtle, but also, and it's not for a very wide audience. It's just like for like the one person that might just catch the little like one-off comments, and like if you can get one person to kind of get a little like nice, I'm like, yes, that's a win. So like for me and him to just get together and just constantly just like exchange those, or just like, oh yeah, I thought about this really good bit the other day, is my favorite part of the band.
There's a lot of bits.
A lot.
So you've got as you do more touring and more shows, obviously that kinship, you've got it's. You go from like
bad for everyone that was like around our hotel when we were in Minneapolis. We were up until like 2:30 in the morning.
Well, you guys were, and you guys were. I'm usually the first.
You were like you were like halfway watching Harry Potter like this, and then we're like, just sleep it, man. But we were trying to do like emo barrel rolls over Todd's back, because we're trying to do some really crazy choreography moving forward, and I'm like, this is wild. But we shouldn't have been doing that at like 2:30 in the morning with no mats or no like
you're just slamming around the people down.
Yeah.
People below us are probably like, what is going on?
As we're just laughing maniacally. And
Todd, I mean, do you like touring?
I love it.
Todd!
Yay!
And so we were talking about kind of the things you've got going on with Justin, kind of the bromance thing.
Yes.
The world knows that we spooned.
Whoa, I showed him on my phone.
Oh yeah.
I said I wasn't gonna spill. I told a good friend I wasn't gonna spill the details, but I spilled the details.
I mean, Todd, are you excited for the new album to finally be released on the 28th?
Oh yeah.
Do you have
some more of my favorite songs? It's great.
Do you have is your favorite song on this album one that has not been released yet?
What's that?
Is your favorite song on the upcoming album one that has not been released yet?
Is footsteps in the sediments.
You like footsteps?
Sediments. Oh my gosh, my Bluetooth.
Yeah, it sounds like you're driving. Are you driving here, Todd?
I am. I'm currently in Baraboo.
You're hiking.
Trying to join the circus.
I think they'll hire you.
Well, I don't want to distract you from driving, Todd. Just wanted to check in and say hi. We miss you, and it's good to hear your voice.
Yeah, it's nice to hear you. Thanks for reaching out, and yeah.
Have a good hike, man. Love you.
Bye, Todd. Love you.
Hi, Todd.
Love you guys. Bye.
That's nice. It's nice hearing Todd.
Yeah, that was such a pleasant surprise.
So he mentioned a song that I've never heard of before.
Footsteps and Sediments.
I was going to say that's probably my sneaky favorite song on the album too.
I'm just gonna drop it right now. It's
just really pretty.
It's a ballad.
Ballad.
It's a ballad.
Interesting that Justin, yours and Todd's favorite song, and maybe Nick, yours too, is a ballad.
It's a funny time for that song to happen. I think that songs are manifestations, right? I think they're really interesting. I think that journaling is quite the manifesto. Footsteps and Sediments is something that I wrote, 10 years ago. In a practice space that was actually in the practice space that Tony and Sam now have.
Oh, no kidding. The studio?
Yeah, I wrote it there 10 years ago. Wow. The plot thickens. Actually, I think it might be more than that, 12.
Do you have a big well of songs that you wrote a long time ago that haven't been released?
Oh my God, so many. Literally, that's why I was like, I cannot wait for this winter. I literally have there's an album's worth of stuff, and I can't wait to show everyone, hey, look at what are we doing? Literally, I just have little bits of stuff, but some really cool riffs. But I want to just throw it out and have everybody go, that sucks, or that's cool, or that's sick, or you know what I mean. And then we can build together. Because I got some fire, Andy. I'm sitting on it.
Well, the songs are crafted really well, which you can tell because when Mile Music. This past August, when you and Nate did a pop-up performance at the hotel, and just you can tell the strength of a song when you've got two people from the band doing the songs, and they still sound as powerful, or as good as when you've got a full band. You can't say that for really every song that.
I really feel like someone once said to me. It was a producer that I was working with at Madison Media Institute, Martin Adkins. He's this crazy British guy, and he toured with 9 Inch Nails. But he said to me...
Is that Pig-Face, does he go by, or...?
He said to me, I want you to imagine Dave Grohl walks into your bedroom and just wakes you up and hands you an acoustic guitar, and you can play any of your fucking songs. And that was it. That was kind of the... If I can't play all of these songs on an acoustic and really still get that message out, then I'm not serving the song. I'm not. At all. I've completely failed it. That's it. Bare minimum.
Good advice.
Yep.
So where did the title Moonlit Nights, why that title, why that cover?
The cover is it's a lunar eclipse that me and Nate got to experience when we were staying out in Spring Green during the residency. Just a lot of manifesting in that moment, a lot of grief. I had literally put my dog Mud down of 14 years the day before I left for that few weeks of residency. So it was so cathartic and just wild. And I did a lot of manifesting, which then I ended up manifesting a puppy that looks like half my dog and half of another dog that that's been in my life. So it's just it's very interesting, and I believe in the powers of manifestation. So again, Moonlit Nights is just it's just a manifesto. We had some riffs where that might have been a title track and all that stuff, and it's I also love that it didn't happen at the same time, because there is that release of what ifs, because in every single one of our stories there's literally thousands of what ifs, right? What if I didn't? What if I did? What if I had? What if that wouldn't have happened, right? And I think that this is again like a lunar eclipse, right? What if it didn't? What if it had? What if, what can you do with the elements that you have? So this is just a very strong EP, and it's manifested through a lunar eclipse. That's it, Andy. We're getting real heady.
Still pretty deep.
I don't know. I'm not really a deep person at all. I'm not spacey. I don't have ADD or anything, and no empathy.
Can you, Nick, give me Justin, if you want, Jess, if you want. Can you give me the elevator pitch for this new album?
Moonlit Nights is a moody thesis based upon the essence of grief and love and everything that makes us human.
And then the album release show. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, album release show is going to be at Stone Arch Brewery in Appleton, Wisconsin. It's going to be Tuesday, the 28th, and that's going to be at 7 p.m. We've got Adorner, Horace Green, and then Traveling Suitcase. We're super stoked.
Costumes are optional.
What's that? Costumes?
Costumes are optional.
Yeah, I guess, if you want to be yourself, or if you want to be someone else, or if you want to be an elf, or if you want to be, I don't know, what's a popular costume right now?
I don't know.
The Lorax?
Speaks for the trees.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll say costumes are not required, but encouraged and appreciated.
I did High Cliff trick-or-treating last week, and there's a couple people that were dressed up with a 6 and a 7. Have you heard about this whole thing?
Yes, I have, and I have. So I volunteer every summer. I volunteer at a summer camp that's run through the Boys and Girls Brigade in Neenah, and it's called Camp On-A-Way. This is my little elevator pitch for that. If there's any parents that want to send their kids to a summer camp, but yeah, and so it's on the chain of lakes in Wapaka, and it's not an important detail, but yeah, so it's our week of camp. Actually, our week of camp is called Boys 4, as this water bottle has many Boys 4 stickers. But yeah, so it's for like 6th through, so like middle school and high school age. So it's like, a lot of they're just, a lot of them pretty much all have cell phones and just constantly like chronically online and on TikTok. And so the number of times that I would hear 6, 7, I was like, I don't know what this is, but I'm like, I just wanted to stop.
That's like us when we were like, dude, please. dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you really want to get under Justin's skin, just do the 6, 7 thing.
I'm like, all right, cool. As long as it's not
anyone
inappropriate.
wearing a costume.
To me, I was like, yeah, as long as it's not inappropriate, like, I don't want kids going around telling dirty jokes or swearing and stuff. But, it's like, I'm like, it's dumb. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Like, what is it?
It's like
maybe I'm just old.
Doesn't have to. Yeah,
maybe am I old now? Like I turned 30 and suddenly I'm just out.
This doesn't make sense.
Yeah, he's the baby in the group.
Yeah, I know. I'm all like 30.
Well, I want to congratulate you first of all on the album coming out shortly, and also I want to thank you for coming in today and doing this. It's always a pleasure getting to talk to all three of you.
Thanks for having us every single time we do something. I can't wait to come back and do this again. We'll try to get everyone here, and that's going to be wild.
I'll work on that coordination for us.
Crowded and sweaty.
Do you guys have any last words?
I love you, Andy. I love everyone in this project. I love the community, and I'm just really grateful for I'm just really grateful. That's it.